Hello. Hello once again. How have you been in these last couple of hours we haven't spent together? What is this, the third stream of the day? Third time I've gone live today? Make sure we got our audio. We do. Cool. Alright. I'm going to play a little bit more God of War tonight. I was sitting here debating what I wanted to do. Whether I wanted to go live and stream a little bit more. And I ultimately decided that I do
since I last saw Freyr.
to play
I'm
this
not even
game.
sure where to begin.
What do you want from him?
An apology would be a start. I want to forgive him. I'd like to think he's changed. He's all I have left now. Did you ever apologize to Deimos?
It is difficult to seek forgiveness when you feel unworthy.
I did go live again a few hours ago for what I thought would be some dreams. That was my original plan. There was a game I wanted to try out in dreams, like a complete long experience. And I started playing it. Whoa, hello. Chain elements. Use multiple sigils to chain elements towards hard to reach places. They grow in size and glow brighter when chained to each other.
My sigil arrow should be able to carry the fire across the river
There's
to
so
reach
much
the
to do in this
bramble.
game. Place sigils on river objects and brambles. They are larger and brighter when connected. Okay, so you're there. And you're there. And then what? I do this? That doesn't seem right. Oh, this stuff right here? Is that what you meant? Oh wait, no, we have to be able to burn it, right? The axe doesn't work for that, but I don't... Can I reach it from here? No, I can't reach it from here. What do you mean? Or maybe if I do this? I'm confused, game. Huh? I need to be able to get to the bramble. What? I'm lost. Yeah, place them on river objects and brambles. They are larger and brighter when connected. Uh-huh. Am I forgetting something with this? I can't reach them. I was thinking you could like chain the attack so it would catch this on fire, but that doesn't seem to be what they're implying. I'm immediately stuck. That's unfortunate. So I did go live a few hours ago to play a game in Dreams, and I played like 90 minutes of it, and it just wasn't clicking for me, unfortunately. And maybe it's me because I'm booting this up and I'm immediately getting stuck. Maybe I'm just not in a good streaming headspace right now. I don't know. It's difficult because whenever I have some free time, I feel like streaming is the thing I want to do. And so I've had a lot of free time today. But I haven't been streaming so much. What the heck am I supposed to be doing here? Oh, it did work. There we got it.
Be powerful, even for the unworthy. My wife Faye taught me that.
I was just using the wrong move, I guess.
Well, be glad you have a spouse to remember fondly.
Yeah, my original plan was to play Dreams through pretty much most of the night. Like, I would have still been playing that same game, which I'm not mentioning by name because I don't know. It seemed really cool, so I don't really want to, like, disparage it. But it just wasn't clicking for me. And I was like, I don't think I really want to play this for the next, like, 6 hours, unfortunately. Okay, we need to do... Oh, hold square to unleash a poison cloud. Okay.
Enemies on the left!
Let me see the poison cloud.
It avoids every attack.
Oh my gosh, what is happening? Whoa, 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 what the fuck is happening? Oh my god. What the absolute fuck? No, I'm not gonna resurrect on that. I want to come back in clean on that. Man, I don't know what it is. I'm just in like a funk. Maybe I... Now I'm thinking of bailing on this one. I don't know. I'll give it some more time. I don't know what it is. I'm caught in a funk all of a sudden. These last couple of hours. I'd really expected to spend some time in Dreams tonight, and it kind of bummed me out to realize it wasn't clicking for me. So I stopped that stream, and then I watched some Red Letter Media. I watched the, they just put out a new Wheel of the Worst. So I watched that and see if it put me in a better mood. And I think it did. I think it did. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired.
Enemies to your left! Shield strike now! The whip! Replicate!
Oh god, this thing, yeah. Okay, hold on. I need to put some distance between me and it. God, God, oh god!
Behind you!
Okay, but he's pretty... He's got poor defense.
It avoids every attack.
Twist! Yikes.
Good, that's the way.
Alright, there we go. There's a victory. We need a victory. But I thought I'd try streaming this for a few hours because I really like playing this game, and I kind of want to play some more.
All my former spouse taught me was that there's no limit to the depth to which a soul can sink into darkness. Tricked me into marriage to spare my home and took my home just the same. Scattered my people to the wind. Maybe it's time somebody drew the line. Maybe it's time someone makes Groa's prophecy come true.
I will not wish for war, Freya.
War is a terrible thing, Kratos. But some things are even worse. You know, if Atreus rushes to Ragnarok, you may not be able to stop him.
I will.
And if you fail?
I have prepared him to survive without me, if he must.
I'd seen some people are apparently... I don't know who these people are, but I'd seen some people are apparently getting upset with Red Letter Media's recent... I was going to call it a stunt. I don't know if it's a stunt. But a video they'd recently made. So Red Letter Media watches a lot of crappy old VHS tapes that their viewers send to them. Some of them are actual movies. Some of them are just weird, obscure videotapes that would otherwise maybe just exist in like the 50-cent bin at Goodwill or something. What's this? Can Freya do something with this?
We don't have the equipment for this.
Not? Okay. Thanks for letting me know. And one of the tapes that they frequently get copies of is a movie called Nuki, which looks like some even worse version of Mac and Me. Oh, here's this little guy. What's up, buddy? You are the true hero. I love you so much.
So what's next for you, if not
Hold
preparing
on.
for war?
I do not know, but I will take no chances with Atreus.
Well, you may want to think fast, unless you want someone to make that choice for you.
And they have hundreds of copies of this VHS of this terrible movie called Nuki, and they never would watch it. And then they made a video where that was more so about the novelty of like
Ready.
getting
Yes, I
VHS tapes
will be.
graded so that you could sell them for lots of money on the secondhand market. And so they got the highest quality copy of Nuki they owned graded, and then subsequently destroyed all other copies they had as a means to drive up the value of that tape. They dumped all the others in a wood chipper, and then they sold the high quality graded VHS tape of Nuki on eBay, and it sold for like $80,000. And then they donated all of it. Two separate charities. One of them was St. Jude's. I don't recall the other off the top of my head. They donated all the proceeds of it to two different charities. But people are, which is a great video, and I thought a great, an awesome idea. But people are likening their destruction of Nuki to like a puritanical book burning. People are so bizarre. You truly cannot do or say anything without upsetting these man children.
It really is you. You returned to us at last.
Yes.
Let's celebrate. You reclaim the throne. We'll rebuild. Me and you against the world. Huh? Just like the old days.
I'm not staying.
don't understand. You're here. Maybe together we can take back what's ours.
I only just got back what's mine. I still have work to do.
You've seen what's left of the realm, right? Do we really mean that little to you?
You question my loyalty? Vanaheim turned its back on me.
Oh, you still can't let go of that old fight?
It was my duty to save as many of our people as possible. My responsibility. One you didn't take seriously then, and from the looks of it, one you don't now.
You think this is a game to me?
Yeah.
We lost everything to that maniac you called husband. The man's family set me on fire. How did you expect me to react?
Like my brother! Like the boy that used to have my back no matter what! And who I always supported no matter how selfish his choices. I expected you to come and find me. That no matter how hurt or angry, you wouldn't abandon me when I needed you the most.
Freya, please. I thought you were dead. I've had to live lifetimes with those last awful words I said to you. Have any idea what that's like? Knowing that your own selfishness hurt the person that you cared about the most. Abandon you. Oh, Freya. I mourned you. Oh, I've missed you so much.
And I you in vain. But I won't bind myself to another realm when I finally have my freedom. I'll send help, though. And I will come back. I promise.
This hasn't been your home for a long time, has it? Do what you gotta do.
All right, that's enough. Ain't y'all got nothing better to do than gawking at family sorting squabbles? Come on, you two. Not you. Got a few things to square with y'all. First is you collecting your spare head. Second is that sigil magic I smell on your bow. Reckon that's an idea I'll steal. How's about I set you up with some sonic mojo? Call it a trade.
Sonic Mojo.
Third of all, if you ain't staying here, bears mentioning
Chili
that
dog.
Sindri and I
Mojo.
find ourselves running a flop house for unemployed gods. If you're done freezing your backside off in Midgard, maybe come back with Beardo there. Check up on your old pal Tyr.
That's kind of you, brah. I may do just that.
Well, all right then.
Nice.
I'll meet y'all back at the house. Unless you want me to fix anything up first.
Well, brother, here to meet our new allies. Or shall we depart?
Well, can we talk to all these whack jobs?
Just stop and help a lady out, please.
Oh, we're about to collect a bunch of side missions to do? Is that it?
May I ask?
What is it?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time tinkering up and down the river delta. Once Odin's army came to town, I lit out of there faster than a tassel worm with its bottom ablaze. Was so frazzled I accidentally left behind a few irreplaceables.
What? Irreplaceable.
Why does a dwarf have like a
Just one, really.
southern,
An orb.
American southern
I'd
accent?
be mighty grateful if you would find it.
What is it?
And if you come across any of my old, beautifully rusted armor pieces, I'll use the scrap to whip up something
Howdy, y'all.
specially suited just for you.
I emerged deep in the mines of Moria,
And you'll make me happy as a sunbeam.
and I would kindly appreciate your assistance.
Oh, and don't forget to keep an eye out for my old armor. I'll fix it up for you, free of charge.
What sort of orb do you imagine we're looking for, brother?
I do not know.
Tell me about the camp dog.
Lord Freyr found her half dead in the jungle. She probably escaped the blow.
Let's upgrade some weapons. Always exciting to upgrade our axe and our blades. Thank you very much.
He never gave up. Hasn't left us since.
She's a sweet girl.
Oh, let's look at this here. This is a full upgrade,
Goodness.
as is this. Let's see what we like better in terms of its abilities. Spinning Chaos and Evasive Embers, evade attack skills, do increased damage and burn. Stun grabbing an enemy, grants a gift of strength. Let's do this. I feel like I use that move quite a bit. Ooh, this is an upgrade as well.
Let's make something then.
Wow, we keep... Okay, oh, this is the stuff we can make once we find Lunda's loot. I got it. Okay, enchantments. Now we can put these... Hold on. We can't... I guess we can't look at that screen here. Increases Kratos' melee damage. Okay, we don't really use melee very much. These are all melee based. Okay. Oh, they're not very expensive though. I think we can slot in both of these, I think. I might be wrong. Let's find out once we get out of this. And anything we can sell.
Take care now.
Okay, hold on. The relic, right? It's how, no, what is the thing that we have? What was the thing that I found last time we streamed, or we got? Was it an armor thing? This amulet. Okay, so we have to open up the other slots. I see, but okay, I had the right idea. Didn't really need to craft all of those right this moment. Okay, increases his melee damage against status afflicted enemies. Okay, I think I'm more likely to use that, so I'm going to slot that in. We don't really use melee much at all. Okay, let's see. Can we meet everybody in camp here? Collect some side missions? Or was it just, old Glinda the dwarf back there?
Should we ask him?
Don't be rude.
What's rude about asking for help?
Big Veer, my love, focus on your work. You need to weave those tighter.
I'm still taken aback by elves who are talking to me and not trying to kill me. Well, this is definitely an elf. This is a dark elf? Right? Are you an elf? Because the dark elves look like Watto. Oh, that's rude to say. I don't know if you're an elf. If you're not an elf, I don't know what you are. You kind of just resemble a mummy, if I'm being honest. That's probably pretty rude, too. So I'll go ahead and help you, because I'm sure I've offended both of you.
Your alliance is unusual.
I think what Kratos is trying to say is...
Oh, it's a
he's never
light
seen
elf
a light
and a
elf
dark elf.
work
Okay.
together. It's a welcome sight.
Hopefully one day, a common one. Mimir tells me you're something of an adventurer. Should you ever find your way to the Forbidden Sands in Alfheim,
Contested territory. Past the Barrens.
there are rumors of a sanctum, and artifacts our elders don't want us to see. Anything that sheds light on our suppressed history would benefit all of Alfheim.
Uncovering secret history? Sounds like my kind of adventure.
Knowledge of the elves' common ancestry is what brought us together. Stories of Alfheim before the division of light and dark. It's very taboo.
Didn't stop you from spreading word of it. Which is how you ended up in prison.
Where she and I met. As enemies, naturally, but escaped as friends. More than friends.
You can stop talking.
Okay. Good luck out there.
Dude, nice. More than friends? Way to go.
If
Okay.
I may ask, do you miss Alfheim?
What's up, Ultimate Omega?
I miss the light.
How you doing, my friend? Good to see ya.
I still feel it's
Just doing a bit of an
You
impromptu
want nothing
God
else
of War
when you
stream.
and away from it, you're
I was in
only
the mood to
biding
play
time
some
until
tonight,
you
so I
continue
thought
to
I'd just go live in the meantime, and
But then again,
if anybody wanted to
light
drop
does not
by
make
and
good
say
food.
what's up,
it doesn't play
they could
music
do
or
so.
tell
How you doing,
jokes
sir?
or open your eyes to new things.
Hope you're having a good
It makes
Saturday.
you run in place. The more I am away from it, the more I see it for what it really is. And I don't need it anymore.
You got a mission for me?
Hey. Yeah, I'm glad it worked. Whatever you hope to do out there. I'm still not sure I totally get you, or what your deal is, but as long as you have her back, I'll have yours.
What my deal is.
Me if I miss the light.
Of course. How rude of me.
Yeah, I don't often stream on the weekends,
Are usually not the most.
but I had time for it
I will speak.
tonight, so I thought I'd take advantage of
We
it.
are taught the light is everything. The elders say it is why we fight.
Playing State of Decay 2. Right on. Yeah, I was checking out your stream of that the other day. It looked pretty cool.
I am more than the hive, more than the soldier.
I was actually unfamiliar with that game until I watched you play it, but looks like it'd be pretty fun to boot up with some friends. Freyr's Lament. I can't do this. I mean, I have to do this. I write this because I can't say the words out loud. I write this because maybe if all goes well, it'll be a funny reminder of the man I once was. A man who was scared, who was in over his head. A man who cannot stop asking himself over and over again a single question. What would she do? I'd love to ask her, but she's gone, so I guess I have to answer on her behalf. She'd tell me to stop complaining. She'd tell me that I don't matter, that my fears, my inadequacies are irrelevant. All that matters is making sure the people of Vanaheim can cast off the yoke of Aesir rule. She'd tell me I'm allowed to be scared, I'm allowed to be angry, but above all, I have to be strong. The people of Vanaheim need a leader, and for the foreseeable future, it looks like I'm the best that we're going to get. Man, I wish she was here. Freyr, see, this is... You gotta sign your journal entries. I was saying this earlier today. Everybody's writing in the same journal, the same codex. And sometimes it's Kratos, sometimes it's not, and it's very confusing. Freyr knows you gotta sign your journal entries. Okay, I think we found all the side missions lurking around here. Man, Freya really yakking it up with those elves. The gift of the gab over here. Ay. Okay. I need you to read this to me. I can't read. I'm illiterate.
An old Vanaheim lullaby.
I bless the rains of Vanaheim. I've heard that song before. Words from a traditional Vanaheim song. In Greece, the rain served as a reminder to worship the gods. Do the people of these lands worship the rain alongside their gods? Yeah, I'm going to play a little bit more of the main story. I'm excited to be getting side missions.
Looking for something? We can head out the way we came.
Is this not the way we came? I don't remember. I'm excited to be getting side missions, though, because that is stuff I can do off stream. That's the commitment I made, was that I would keep all the main story stuff on the stream, but once in a while, you know, I'd like to play this game. It might not be convenient for me to stream it, so I need to get some side content to do so. So I'm glad to be getting that. I'm sorry, my brain's just not working today, man. I don't remember how we got here or what I'm doing. She's still over here, so I'm way off. Okay, it's somewhere over
Done
here.
exploring, Kratos.
Through here?
I remember where to look for a gateway. Follow me.
That makes one of
Well,
us.
you two seem to be getting on since completing your mission. Dare I hope this alliance has some staying power after all?
It seems to me we share a common enemy. Kratos, you may not accept that Ragnarok is inevitable, but you're smart enough to know Odin is a threat. Whatever comes next, our best chance of surviving it is to work together. Do you agree?
I do.
Then as to Brock's offer, you can imagine staying under the same roof as a couple former enemies? No further temptations towards terrible vengeance?
Not against you. Either of you. You have my word.
Freya joins Kratos. Freya's alliance unlocks new combat equipment and a unique skill tree. Her use of both sonic and sigil arrows open new options in combat and puzzles. Terrific. Freya customization. When their alliance sealed, Freya can now customize a variety of combat abilities and equipment. Wow, really? I kind of assumed that Freya would just be specific to this mission as far as being like a companion, but looks like we will be teaming up frequently. Let's see. Okay. Upgrade Freya's sword at any shop to improve her strength in combat. Runic summon. She throws some stinky fart gas around. Different armor. She even has a skill tree. Wow. Come on, lady, let's get you some skills. No, can we not? There you go. I'm going to give you everything I can. Have fun. How about your armor? Probably can't do much with that. Ah, the tattered witch frock. That's what she wore in the last game, right? Yeah. Reminds you of better days and simpler times. Warrior's battle dress. Oh, that's what she was wearing earlier when she was trying to kill me. We'll stick with this. Well, no, we want to turn over a new leaf for Freya. What does this one say? Stitched with grief and the promise of vengeance. Well, I guess she's still looking for vengeance, so it's not completely thematically unnecessary. I mean, this looks the best, in my opinion. Ready to finish the fight. Let's put this on. Ooh, some accessories for you. Here, enjoy. You can have this too. Here, you can have this too. Oh, we can get some skills too. I don't think I messed with this at all earlier today. Let's see. Oh yeah, we've got a lot of stuff. Aim and press R2 during Frost Awaken to throw the axe. Sure. Increase the duration of damage of Vengeful Sickle. That looks fun. R1 and L1 while barehanded to quickly recall the... See, here's the problem. I always say this. I'm never going to remember how to do any of this stuff. It's just so much when you get it all at once like this. So I'll just, like, realize how to do some of this on accident. Okay, back to the axe. Let's apply a mod token to add effect. What? Oh, okay. Let's slot in some damage. Let's do some more damage. Okay, we're out of points. Oh, let's see. Spartan Rage. Oh, we can... Oh, we spent all our XP. We could have upgraded the Spartan Rage, too. I didn't realize that. Wow. There's so much intricacy to all the systems. Return to Sindri's when ready. Okay, so it is giving us an opportunity to do a side mission. Kind of tempting.
This lock is different from others you might know.
Oh, we can
You'll
use
need
this
an
now?
enchantment on your chisel to use it.
Can you provide that enchantment?
Bruna. Go ahead. Carve the letter.
Carve a rune into the hidden chamber door.
Suna.
It's an incantation. I'll speak it. Suna.
Lovely. Working together is already opening doors for us.
Is he always making puns like that? We're blocked by more vines. Remember what to do?
Barely. Sigils stick to most objects, rocks, trees, walls. All can be used to chain sigils to far targets. Okay. So, we need to be able to reach these. So if you put one here, and then also over here, and then also over here. Oh, fuck it. Put one here, and then over here. I think this will do, right? Oh, that just burns shit up. There it goes.
Fallen log in the river. It has something on it I don't recognize.
Oh, you need to switch to your sonic arrows.
We're clear.
Now we get to go on a cute little boat ride.
So it's true. Tyr's really alive?
Aye. Not exactly shipshape. He sleeps in a broom closet now. But he's adjusting.
How did you find him?
Largely, that's down to Atreus having figured out how to access the prophecies giants reserve for their own kind. We only learned of it ourselves after Thor and Odin came calling.
To your home? Is it still standing?
Barely. But all the violence was seemingly just a distraction to let Odin have a private word with Atreus.
Odin was alone with your son? Did he tell you what they spoke of?
Yes. He said that Odin invited him to Asgard to help him find his answers.
The answers he's rushing into fate in search of. That's troubling.
Yeah, I'll probably just stick to the main plot tonight.
If you're ready to talk to him, the Mystic Gateway is ahead.
Yeah, let's talk to him.
If not, I have some unfinished business up this river I could use your help with.
Oh, shoot.
Or we can follow up on that elven sanctum out in Alfheim's desert.
If you want to continue exploring, we'll need to remove that log in the river.
She has to tempt me with some side. There's a side mission we can do right here, right now. You just gotta immediately prove me wrong,
The river now,
don't you?
and hopefully right some old wrongs.
Of course I'm gonna help you right some old wrongs. I mean, they're right up the river. Ah, okay,
What is
we'll
this?
go.
The crest of Skirnir. Never quite as smart as he thought.
What is this?
I don't know. But giants definitely crafted it. There's 2 wolves represented here. Perhaps a connection to our friends in the sky. A mystery for another time.
Alright, Freya, let's go back up the river. What mission is yours, though? No, that's not the right screen, is it? Do I pause it? This button? How do I get to maybe goals? That would make sense. Maybe we don't have it yet. We have to go up the river first. Alright, let's go. You gotta love it. I literally just got done saying, I'm gonna stick to the main story. Let's go talk to the kid. It took 2% effort to convince me to come over here instead. But it was worth it because we got a permanent increase to our defense stat, baby. It's over here. Wow, incredible. I managed to dodge that barrel when I actually wanted to hit it. What's that? What's this? I don't think we can do anything with this yet, right?
We don't have the equipment for this.
Of course. That's exactly what I was saying. Thank you for confirming, though. Here we go. Big move. Here it comes! Oh. Next week...
What is your unfinished business?
Run.
I left something behind, near the falls.
Your wedding site. Now, why do you want to be going back there?
To be free of the bonds of my marriage.
Hello, Piggy.
And to Asgard.
I think you severed that a long time ago.
Not completely. Not enough.
Guide us.
As I was saying, oh my god, there's so much beautiful wildlife along this river. Next week, I'm thinking we'll do a wrestling stream. I think enough time has passed. It's important to me to not do them too frequently. I think enough time has passed. Probably about every 2 weeks. Feels good. I want to do a wrestling stream.
My people settled this river many ages ago. Thousands traveled it on pilgrimage to the shrine of worship. But then the Aesir came. This is all that's left.
We need to dock this boat so I can kill that Odin bird. Really just looted that drowned dead body. That was great. This wrestling stream is going to be a little bit different. Whereas we usually do 2 regular shows and then a pay-per-view. This one's going to start with a pay-per-view. It might be the only thing we watch, depending on how long it takes, because we're going to do a Royal Rumble, which was something I wanted to do eventually anyway, but with it being January, which is when the actual Royal Rumble happens, feels like a good time. Man, there's a lot going on over here.
Reavers, of course.
You gotta dock this boat! Oh, right here. Whoa, 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 whoa! Jesus Christ! Shadow. Once their explosive projectile was formed, you might still disrupt their throw with a range attack of your own. What is this? Why does it look like there's something I can collect sticking out of it? It does not seem impressed with what I'm doing. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna do a Royal Rumble, which I anticipate will take a very long time. We're gonna do 2 of them, actually. Shoot sigil arrows at fire to cause a flame burst, burning nearby vines.
Well done.
That almost bonked me on the head. We're going to do a women's Royal Rumble and a men's Royal Rumble. Now, the women's one's going to be a 10-person. Regrettably, because our women's roster just is not very big yet. We're working on it, but it's not there. But the men's is going to be 30 people. So I anticipate that's going to take a long time. Also because I wanted to be able to input who would be in the Royal Rumble matches, and to do that I had to put that match up first. Otherwise you'd have to watch me program who's in it. And I don't think that would be very fun to watch. So we're going to start off with a... Look at these... Look at the vibes here. Incredible. Not a phone in sight. Just a couple of buddies enjoying their time together and the wonderful environment that they're a part of.
That no can feel your friend, fella.
Who's healing? Not you. Is somebody getting healed? You guys are getting healed. But what? Where's the thing healing you? Okay, they're getting healed by a thing, but I thought I killed the thing that was healing them. Where's the thing healing you? Up there? Is that it up there? Okay, so if I hear somebody doing that throat singing, then I need to handle them first. Got it. Oh boy.
Don't let it heal!
Last enemy.
Another
Okay.
drawbridge. We'll need to lower it.
Whenever you hear Gollum jerking off in the corner, then you gotta know. Take care of business before you start fighting everybody else. Understood. That was something I complimented the game on earlier in the day. My first stream of it was the enemy variety is much higher than it was in the prior game. Which means I gotta recall how to handle some of these fuckers. Oh, give me just a second. Hold on. 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, back.
Learn anything?
Dead on arrival. A warning to all who pass this spit of land. The dead here do not die. Rain or shine, in the heat of the day and the chill of the night, they follow their master's will. Leave now whether you value your life or peace in your death. You do not want the prison of this magic. Necromancy haunts the dirt beneath your feet. I read a similar Yelp review about my local Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, we gotta do a thing, eh? Huh, how are we gonna get... Seems too far, right? Yeah, it definitely is. How are we gonna chain... what are we gonna do about this?
Something hanging from that tree above us.
She says, oh. There's indeed something hanging from that tree.
Could be useful.
Could it? Oh, I can jump from it. No, I can swing it? Okay, it catches on fire. But we need that one to catch on fire. But I can't reach it from here, can I? Oh, maybe if I... Maybe the fire
There
will...
must be a way to transfer the fire from one side to the other.
No, that didn't work, did it?
Sigil arrows won't work on this.
Can't reach it, right? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure that this has anything to do with it, but I was thinking that the fire ignited...
Maybe we could use sigil arrows on the chandelier. Transfer the fire that way.
Is that not what I'm doing? Right, fire. Then it should transfer it. What am I doing incorrectly here? Is there anything else to fuck with? Because I gotta light this shit on fire, which I guess we'll do once we light that torch. Is there an angle I can hit this from? Boom, that's gotta be it. Why isn't it working? Let's see, maybe more directly on this? Oh, okay, interesting. There we go. We got there, I suppose. So actually,
Looks like
I
that
see.
worked.
Okay, so these runes explode on impact with any fire like that, not just mine.
Well, that did it.
New grip. Brings down our strength. Health burst. Sure, we'll try that out. So wait, this was just for loot. This wasn't even where we needed to go? Oh. Get out of here.
Find you, watch out!
Whoa, 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 whoa! Man, if you let these guys get one hit on you, they'll sit there and combo you.
On your guard, Kratos!
Freya's such a critic. Anyway.
Brother, I had a thought. What if we took a stealthy approach to our next battle?
No.
No. Two-boat? Which one of these sigils up top is the one we're actually going to? Is it? It's this one, right? There's a lot to do and see around here. So yeah, I've decided what the entire card will be for the next wrestling stream. And I'll tell you when they're done.
The Aesir burned him.
Yes. We weren't yet at war, but relations with the Vanir and Aesir had been hostile for ages. Freyr got it into his head that he could improve relations by sharing our magic with them. Vanir techniques for bountiful harvests, enough to feed their whole population. Getting set on fire was the thanks he got.
That's true. The Aesir were too undisciplined and impatient for the subtlety of Vanir spellcraft. So when things went wrong, they blamed their teacher.
So Freyr was a guest when Odin burned him?
Not exactly. Odin didn't mind locking Freyr up. He saw the potential of the magic and wanted to know more than how to improve crop yields. But enough of that for now.
Why is it enough of that for now? I didn't dock yet. But I will if you're done speaking. So yeah, the next wrestling card is going to be... we're going to have a rematch for the women's title, naturally. So Becky the Wreck Radish will get a shot to reclaim her women's championship against Rampage for Brady. Whoa! What the fucking goddamn...
Incoming! Above you!
Shit! That really caught me off guard for some reason. Ah. God damn. I hate revenants. Damn it! Nightmares are really annoying. Stop! Damn, did she kill the Revenant all by herself? Well done. I don't know why that was so tough. Oh no, you didn't! It's still alive! Revenant hag, she sure is. Interrupt her effort to summon nightmares before it's too late to avoid being overrun with the damnable thing. Yeah, those were kicking my ass. I don't remember them being so tough. Would have been ideal to drop that on her head, eh? I should have trusted my instinct. This is the kind of stuff I should be doing off stream. Doing it now is robbing my ability to do it later. Oh, look at this wonderful creature. This perfect creature. This terrific Pokemon. Feels like now I'm going to spend time doing this. Holy shit. Damn it.
Incoming! Above you!
Had to give up the ghost over here. Okay, FRP. Where are these things at?
What utter foolishness. My
Huh?
soul cannot rest until
Oh,
they
not a
rise.
ghost.
Gunhild.
What is wrong?
These things always
I
need
died,
something.
and you will help me.
Of course, Gunhild. But to what end?
When the Einherjar came, we needed a way to fight back. I suggested say their magic.
I understand your desperation, but that was foolish.
Clearly, I was lucky enough to be murdered before my mind could be corrupted, as theirs did. You must free them.
Of course. Say their magic corrupts so ruthlessly. Those poor souls must be in agony.
Then we shall give them death.
Look at Kratos taking the side missions without hesitation. What character growth. Oh my gosh, there's so much to do. Feeling overwhelmed. I need to trust my instincts. I should have just went back. Well, I guess we still can, eh? We can go through there. Maybe I should just do that. Maybe I should just do that, huh? We can go through that door and come back here some other time. Whether off stream or on stream. I'm getting more than I...
My friends' souls are still twisted, aren't they?
Yeah, okay, lady. I
Give
can't...
them the freedom of death.
I can't just put you to the top of the priority list here. I've got a lot of stuff going on right now, okay? Yeah, let's go back over here. I'm sorry. If you're excited to see the side mission, I'm sorry. I hate to start things and not finish them, but...
What's it say, brother?
If I go down that path any further, that's probably going to be all I play tonight. Which is, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's still God of War, but I like to move things along here. There is truly no greater medium than a living, thriving tree. Each branch a canvas, this mighty elder and I work in tandem to achieve the impossible. My hand perhaps guides, my ties and forms persuade a pattern, but it is through this sacred giant's prosperity does my work take shape. May my art always go over the heads of all those who would try to look upon it. It is not for you. I don't think there's really much for us to do here. So this is a dog? This is not a pig. Okay, yeah, I guess it is a dog, eh?
And how is it you two know each other?
No, I can't be divulger in guild business. You gotta respect the secretude of it all.
I'm sorry?
Let's just say Brock and I have long enjoyed certain common interests.
That's right. Like getting us into trouble.
And getting you back out of it again.
What? Huh. That's only mostly true.
Okay, so does that answer your question?
Close enough, I suppose.
Alright, we're out of here. Sorry, Freya. We'll totally help you settle your grievances. I promise we totally will. I don't know if we'll do it on stream, but we will. But this seems prime for something to maybe do off stream, okay? Okay. That's what I keep wanting to happen. I keep wanting to get to the end of these streams at like a good stopping point where I could conceivably pick the game up off stream to play some side content, but we always end up in the middle of some story mission. See, look at all these side things popping up. Now we're going back here.
Well, brother, before you see the lad again, might we discuss an approach?
He will tell me where he has been. That is my approach.
Ah, classic Spartan diplomacy.
Wait. Did you say Odin invited him to Asgard, and then he disappeared for 2 days?
Aye, but surely the lad's got more sense than to...
Don't underestimate Odin's powers of persuasion.
No, he didn't do that,
He filled my
Freya.
son's head with lies. Why wouldn't he do the same with yours?
Our boy's smarter than that. Let's go check on him.
And you tell that one-eyed nutsucker he owes me one.
Fight me now and eternally.
Well, looky there. Glad you could make the trip, your goddessness. I put your sigil magic on the young turd's bow, but then he and Sindri got into it over something. I don't rightly know who's yelling at who in there, but I figure they both got it coming.
Yep, you're right. It's spanking time.
Well, come on then. Hey, Tyr! Wake up! You got company. Now, why don't you just make yourself at home in Sindri's so-called study over yonder?
You're sure he won't mind?
Mine? You'll be thrilled. Joint's getting classier by the...
Can it be? I never thought I'd have the pleasure of seeing you again, Frigg.
Don't call me that. I haven't been that person in a long time. But I'm happy to see you too. I'd feared the worst for so long, what you must have been through.
Nothing so bad as what you've suffered. Freya, I am so sorry to hear what happened to Baldur. He was only a boy when I saw him last, but I know he meant more to you than anything.
Yes.
And to forbear your vengeance in this way, it's truly an inspiration for those of us who believe in peace.
The only peace these realms will ever know is once Odin is gone. Believe in that.
So you're not here to prevent Ragnarok, you're to bring it about.
I'm here to make sure Odin doesn't hurt anyone, the way he hurt us.
I can see I've upset you. Forgive me. I am far removed from my days of diplomacy.
I realize that now is like one of those moments I was talking about. where I could end the stream and have side content to do. But I'm not going to end it here foolishly. Let's keep it going.
You better screw his head back on, and I mean tightly.
So you're back.
Are you ready to answer me?
About what?
Where did you go? Who did you see? Was it Odin?
What? Is that what you think?
Do you deny it? Answer me! Did you go to Asgard?
No! Of course not! But so what if I did? It's my future, it's my life.
You are my son!
Then why don't you trust me?
If you want me to trust you, then tell me the truth.
The truth is you're being a complete asshole!
Laddie, you know that's no way to change a man's mind.
He doesn't have any faith in me. It's fine if he keeps secrets. It's fine if Mom did.
It is not fine. Her secrets ought to be stuck with this path.
Oh, okay. So you don't believe in her anymore either?
This is not about your mother. What you have done is lie.
Wonder where I learned that.
That's quite enough.
Since when do you always take his side?
Since he became the one making sense.
Look, I was only thinking about going to Odin, but I swear it's for a good reason.
There is no good reason to go to Odin.
He'll only cloud your mind.
But I'd be going for us. I gotta stop something bad from happening.
Something bad did happen. Look at me, at Freya, at Tyr. Odin did this to us.
What's got everyone caterwauling all of a sudden?
Atreus wants to go to Asgard.
Asgard? Get kicked in the head or something?
Great. I guess everybody's against me now.
You must choose who you are going to be. Are you going to continue to lie and keep things from me? Or are you my son?
Choose? I never get to choose. Just leave me alone.
Listen.
Let go of me!
Listen!
Let go!
Oh, God, this fucking kid.
Atreus!
What the fuck?
Just try to keep control.
Come on! Why?
No! I'm gonna have to play as Atreus already. Oh, come on. Man, they really don't want to have these two together anymore. Their sections are so disparate.
Great. Diablo! Freezing cold! Lots of Hellwalkers! Definitely in Midgard! Keep it coming! You're just helping me stay warm! These things! When did it get so bad out here? Jump up! Yep. Home sweet home. Jump up! Gotta find some shelter.
I don't mean to, like, bemoan playing as Atreus on its face. But last time they did this, I played as him for an entire stream. It was a long time. And also because this means we're not gonna... I'm gonna have to finish an Atreus section before I can get back to Sindri's. And that could... It doesn't mean it has to take a long time. The first time we played as him, it wasn't that long, but... I think I'm also a little tired of the Kratos Atreus infighting because the last game had a lot of it, and it felt nice to get to this one and be at a point where they were done doing that and they were on the same page. Now, mind you, that's not how parenthood works.
Out here doesn't want to kill me.
It's one thing today and another thing tomorrow. So it's true to life, don't get me wrong. But, I don't know. I would like it if these two weren't quarreling with each other much longer, especially because it makes Atreus a pretty aggravating character. It's a thing that happens in fiction sometime, where it's like, hey, wouldn't everything be easier and resolved right away if we just talked about it for a few minutes?
That doesn't look good.
Like, I don't really know why he needs to be so secretive about what he's been doing and seeing and who he's been talking to. Alright, this thing looks nightmarish. Let's try the runic arrows. Oh, okay, they reflect
what is
these.
This thing? Some kind of white?
Huh? What's happening?
What is it you want?
Okay, you dodged that too. Whew. The white. So this is what they mentioned earlier. The wisps could become whites. Furious, sentient magic, united by a singular purpose, the destruction of life. A natural defense response considering life has given way to Ragnarok. A white is created when a group of 3 wisps converge into one whole angry creature. If we come across 3 wisps as they are converging, it is quite possible to disrupt the process. No need to add how strongly I recommend doing so, but every little nudge helps.
More ravens. You trying to tell me something?
Yeah, I'm just a little tired of the sort of forced conflict between Atreus and Kratos. Is that from the arrow I tried to shoot at the start? So anyway, wrestling. Man, I started talking about that a long time ago. We're going to have a rematch for the Women's Championship. Becky Radis will try to take it back from Rampage for Betty. Then we'll have our 10-woman Royal Rumble to see who the #1 contender is. We'll also have our Wrestle Real Teams Championship match. I'm going to have the Kids at Heart defend their belts against the Kingdom, a.k.a. David Arquette and Jimmy King. They were the true #1 contenders until I overrode the game to make it Nasty World, but since Nasty World failed,
First, he thinks I've been to Asgard. Then
we'll give the
mine.
Kingdom their due shot.
I'm trying to save your life, you big jerk.
We'll have a surprise. I have to put at least 6 matches on a pay-per-view card. I was just going to do 5, but it has to be 6. So we're going to have 2 debuting tag teams face off against each other. I will not tell you who they are. I'll leave that a surprise. Then we'll have...
Malcolm! Gotta get out of the cold.
Then we'll finally have, as people have demanded it, as people have hoped to see, we will have John Cena defend his WOT World Championship against #1 contender, the undefeated Nacho Libre. I'm very excited for that one. I actually here's how bored I got the other night. I couldn't sleep, so I actually tallied up all the stats of the wrestling stream so far, and Nacho Libre is, in fact, I think he's 5-0. He's got the most wins of anybody on the roster and has never lost. Pretty remarkable stuff. Can we, oh, let's get you some accessories, boy. Can we stat up your... Yeah, let's see what we got in here. Keto. Oh, hex stuff. Yeah, let's upgrade that. Very nice.
Alka!
Oh, damn, he just got killed in the residual blast there. Yeah, Nacho Libre, he is the greatest victor on the roster. Never lost. Fan favorite. His moment truly is now. But he'll have to defeat John Cena to pull it off. Who does not have such a remarkable win-loss record. Whenever I see these whites, or the wisps, I feel like kind of have to prioritize them, because it would be terrible if they turned into one of those whites. I think it was very tough to kill. I don't want to have to deal with one on top of other stuff. And then once we find out who the champion is, we will have our 30-person men's Royal Rumble. Which the order of is completely random. Now, I did select who would be in it because you can only put 30 people. I thought you could do 40 because that was definitely in... There was a year where they did a 40-man Royal Rumble, and that was definitely programmed into one of the games. I don't really know why they would take it out of the game. But, yeah, 30 was the max you could do. Oh, hey, just posing. Ooh, okay. Yikes. Okay, you have some sort of different rules. Let's take a moment. Respect the process. Oh, I forgot I could do this stuff. Now I can also transform into a wolf. Oh, and I can do this too, right? Nice.
I find shelter and then what? Where could I go?
That fucker Odin's gonna show up. It's like, you want to come here and have some hot cocoa in my house?
Following the prophecy where Father ends up dead. If I stay locked up at home, there's nothing I can do to stop it. I guess in Asgard, I could at least keep an eye on Odin.
No, this makes no sense!
Find out his plan. Get control of this.
Oh, this is so irritating, and I guess it's the kind of dumb shit a kid would do, but it's like, the prophecy said you'll go to Asgard and Kratos will die. So you're not telling him about it, and you're going to go to Asgard. It's like that. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm so irritated by this.
Who am I kidding? I can't go to Asgard.
There, okay, maybe not. That's what I'm saying, kid. But I think Asgard's coming to you.
Are those red leaves? Freya's house.
Oh no, is the big turtle okay? Oh no. Oh no. No! Oh no, it's not okay.
Charlie?
You named him Charlie. Oh.
Charlie.
No.
Please. Please. Charlie.
Charlie?
Hey, big guy.
Are you hibernating?
I'm here now. I need to get you warm. You're gonna have to stand to let me into that house. Think you can do that? Come on, Charlie. You have to do this. I can't help if you don't. Emily! Emily! Good boy.
I was gonna have to just like end the stream if that turtle was dead. I just can't handle that tonight.
What a mess.
I'm not equipped to deal with that.
I know, buddy. I know. It's cold in here.
What's Freya's too consumed by bloodlust to come back here and help warm up the big turtle she lives under?
I should close that window if we're snooping around.
Oh, okay.
Freya hasn't been checking on you?
Exactly.
Right. Too busy hunting us down. Come on. Let's get you warmed up. Should be able to make a fire from all this mess. Wow. It's beautiful. Never seen anything like this around here before. From her home in Vanaheim? She must have really missed it. Is this Baldur's? Wonder how Father was able to earn her forgiveness. Valkyrie armor? Does this go with the wings on the wall? From her friend? Wonder what happened to her. I can't believe she never came back to check on her house. To check on you.
Exactly. How rude.
It's not an excuse. You're welcome.
I feel like we need a much bigger fire to actually warm this guy up.
Where do I go now? I can't stay.
Although, I don't know, I guess sitting directly on a fire of any size will definitely raise your body temperature.
There's gotta be something I can do.
Tell him the truth. Dum-dum. Mm-mm.
It's okay, buddy. I think he's here for me. I'll be okay. I think. I'm ready. Take me to him.
No! Oh, I'm so mad at this kid right now. I guess we'll get to see Asgard at least. Haven't seen that before. It's gonna be a really long time before we get back to Sentries, isn't it?
Midgard froze over.
Charlie. We love Charlie. Freya must have been so obsessed with hunting us down that she neglected her giant turtle house, her so-called friend. When I first saw Charlie out in the cold, I thought he might be dead. He's alive, but he's freezing out there alone. I lit a fire to keep him warm, but he's gonna need someone to stay with him full time if he's gonna survive much longer.
Hello? I'm here. Odin? Bird. Is this Asgard?
Bird.
Hey, wait up!
Oh, I'm so mad at Atreus.
Wherever this is, it's beautiful. Not a sign of him.
What would have actually been harmed by telling
The wall.
Kratos where you've
Asgard.
been?
Hold on, I'm coming.
Who are these little freaks?
Help them! Oh, you don't seem friendly. Hey, Odin! I thought you said I was welcome in Asgard.
Yeah, well, get your Battletoads in line, buddy. Whoa, 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 what's happening? I keep coming.
Help up! Help up!
I just have a feeling this is going to go terribly. And we're playing right into his hands. Why on earth would it make any sense for us to come to Asgard?
You could have led me around those.
to meet with Odin in some attempt to stop him from killing our father, who was upset with us because he thought we snuck off to Asgard. And in response to that, our petty, angsty response, we are actually now sneaking off to Asgard to meet with Odin. Like, why would you think you gotta handle this on your own? Well, it's because he's a teenager and he's still struggling with this god complex thing. I get it. Thinks he's gotta solve it all on his own because he's the big legendary champion. But fuck, man, this is so stupid. You got so many people on your team here that could help you if you would just... That was weird, I was stuck. If you would just tell them what's going on. But now, out of your own arrogance, you're gonna make this goddamn prophecy come true. I don't know if... I mean, Kratos very well might die in this game. I don't know. For having been out so long, I'm really pleased that it's not been spoiled for me even a little bit. Ah! How embarrassing that was. There we go. See, I don't mind the Atreus combat. I think it's a bit simplified versus Kratos, but it still handles well. It's not really a downgrade from the Kratos combat. It's just not as intricate. So it's not like the Atreus sections aren't bad, but I feel like we just not long ago finished up a really long one. Only to be back here playing as him again.
Yeah,
it's a little
danger.
daunting.
I know. Got it. I see him.
Especially now that he's making really annoying story decisions. Oh fuck. Ha ha ha! Gotcha, bitch. Oh, this thing is spawning him, isn't it? Or did I imagine that? God, you're ugly. No, it is. Okay. There we go.
Well, this might be the craziest thing I've ever done. But if that's what it takes to change Father's fate...
Why would... I'm sorry. I don't mean to just
Hey!
beat a dead horse here, but why would you think this is the way to save him?
Hold on! I'm coming. Just gotta find a way through.
I'm just thinking, and I'm not a child, so maybe I would think differently if I was. But I'm just thinking the best way to save him would probably be to tell him about what we had seen.
There you are!
Instead, you're making foolish decisions that will
What am I gonna say to Odin?
probably push that prophecy
alright.
in motion.
I came to be your apprentice, I guess. But it doesn't mean I, like, serve you now. Not in a foretold by prophecy kind of way.
Yeah.
Bet it's safe from the other side of that wall. Wait, how do I get past the wall? It never came up in Mimir's story about Hrimthur. The stonemason's son built a flaw into it. He only told Frey about it, and I didn't think to ask. Hold on, how was Frey at the house? Did she move in with us? You know what? Focus, Loki.
All questions and information you could have received had you just stuck around and talked with them. Instead of acting like a big, precious piss baby. Oh, what do we do about this? I forget, can Atreus do anything with this? He must! What, are we gonna come back here with Kratos? I don't remember, though. I guess not. I don't remember. I don't think there's anything we can do with that.
Father would just burn this away with his blades. But what can I do?
Okay, we're gonna figure it out now. Well, there's a fire up here.
Huh. Maybe that sigil magic on my bow can help. What did Rob say? Welcome. There we go.
How do we get the one down there, though? Use sigil arrows to flare flames. Link sigils to transfer flames. Can we... let's see. Will this work? Did that work? Yeah, there we go. Okay, this is our bow ability. Seeking sigil arrow that ricochets between enemies. We currently have this one. I actually don't really like this one very much. Yeah, let's try this. Can we upgrade it, though? No, we can't. Maybe I'd rather wait till we can upgrade it. Ah, fuck it. We'll try this out. No, not this. What is it? This. What is it? What am I looking for? This is the one we just got, right? Actually, no. It's so objectively a downgrade from what we're already using. When we get some points, we'll upgrade it and then start using it. I wasn't sure how late I was going to go tonight. I was thinking maybe till 12, as usual, but I think I might commit to trying...
Wait, that sounds like people.
...to finishing this Atreus section. I have no idea how long it is. Could be done within the hour, could take longer than that, but I'll see if I can maybe finish this up so that we can end at Sindri's house so that I can do some side missions maybe in my spare time.
You need help? You look a little lost.
Oh, what is this shit?
I'm just getting my bearings.
Well, there's nothing to see this way except the big wall.
Is there a gate to go through?
Nope. Not unless you're an Aesir god, but I guess you'd know that if you were an Aesir god.
Me? No. I'm from Midgard.
What? No shit. Me too. I'm Skildir.
Lucky. Hang on. Are you all from Midgard?
Yep. The, Allfather saved us from the desolation. Gave us a safe place to settle, but we don't go in there. Can't get into the city unless you know magic. You don't know magic, do you?
A little bit, yeah.
What? No shit. You walk through walls?
Not yet.
Ah.
Couldn't I just climb over it?
That? Without any gear? No. Aren't you afraid of dying?
Well, yeah. I mean, look at that. But Odin awaits.
Wait, you know the Allfather?
I'm sort of his apprentice.
No shit! What is he teaching you?
I'm not sure.
Well, how many other students?
I don't know.
How long? You don't know. Okay.
I'm gonna go climb that wall now.
This dude's a mop-headed goofball.
Well, this I gotta see. You need help?
Appreciate it, but I gotta go alone.
Oh, I wasn't gonna climb with you. I may owe Odin my life, but I don't owe him my death. Not that I think you're gonna fall. Forget I said anything.
And Atreus is so impressionable, you can
Is
already
that
see where
Hugin?
this is headed.
Is Hugin your guide?
Who?
Odin's raven. You know, from Hugin and Moonin.
Hugin and Moonin, yeah, that was my favorite Saturday morning cartoon. These two aren't like the spies we see around the realms. Hugin and Moonin are Odin's own weird magical pets. Back at the house, I saw them disappear into his tattoos. Mimir told me once how they came to be that way. How they were normal ravens once until Odin captured their whole unkindness. Most of them he roasted and ate for supper, but on Hugin and Moonin he experimented, wiping their memories and binding them to his will. Mimir also referred to them as right pricks, even for birds. Oh boy. Yeah, you can already see where this is headed. I think Atreus is going to end up actually wondering whether
Sure, he'll know.
he should be Odin's apprentice. He's going to start seeing whatever the hell this is and go, oh wait, actually maybe he should survive Ragnarok. Maybe there is something for me to learn from him. Maybe I do need to be his apprentice in order to
Well, Loki, you seem like a good guy. I really hope I am not about to watch you die.
fulfill my
Thanks.
purpose as the champion. I'm going to be so annoyed with this kid for the remainder of the
I like
game,
looking
aren't I?
down. Shows me how much progress I've made.
Wow. Yeah, that's great. Can I use that? I mean, a little ironic, last words, but...
What was that?
Nothing. Nothing. Hey, you're doing great.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep moving on. We're not talking to that weirdo.
You can do it, Loki.
Thanks, Gilder. Hope you're right.
Skjoldir. Skjoldir lives outside the walls of Asgard in a camp of refugees from Midgard. I guess Odin actually saved a lot of people from the desolation, even though he caused it. I wouldn't have believed that, but I can tell Skjoldir's honest. He's nice, funny, about my age. I didn't come to Asgard to make friends, but maybe I already have. See? See? And I bet that's exactly why Odin had you come all this way, so you'd walk right through the center of town, so you'd see how nice and charitable he is by saving a couple Midgardians from
Okay, I can do this.
the same
This is fine.
chaos that
Keep
he
climbing.
caused. So that by the time you get up here and you get to see him, you'll be thinking,
And now what?
I guess Odin's not all bad. Well, this guy didn't get a chance to weigh in, huh?
Hey, Hugin. Don't suppose you'd like to pass the time by telling a story, would ya? Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say.
Why are there enemies up here? Are you kidding me?
A wife? Up here?
Oh boy. You know what? You're getting mauled by a wolf. I don't care if you're a ghost. Ooh, how embarrassing. Imagine being a ghost and dying from fall damage. Killing a white splits it into wisps, so don't let them up until you're finished off a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm coming. Let's get that chain down.
Hmm? Oh.
Yo.
Are we going to climb up the chain? There we go.
I wonder why I can't hear your thoughts. Sure seemed like Odin could. That was you in our cabin, right? You and your brother, I guess? Taking that for a yes. Breathe. And... yes! I bet I'm past the worst of it now. Or not.
What happened to this guy, though? Like, it would make sense if there was a bunch of skeletons at the
totally fine
bottom. Or I guess, did he fall from up here? What a shame to get up here and then die. I do not like these
Want to
wisps.
just let me pass through? No? Have it your way.
Oh god, there's a bunch of them. What the fuck? Oh, I hate these things. Oh, they're respawning. Okay, I gotta get over here and take care of business. I see.
Good luck.
Is there another one up here? Oh, there is! How annoying! Oh, and so they die when you take out the totem. Okay. Got it. Speaking of it earlier, but I am pretty excited to do the Royal Rumble stream. I think it's going to be an absolute shit show. I hope my PlayStation, or not my PlayStation, I hope the game can handle it. Oh, give me just 1 second. Okay, back. Sorry. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm excited to see the Royal Rumble. with all of the
Yeah, up. I get it.
the Watt roster. I handpicked who would be in, and I tried to make it. There's a couple surprises in there because what would a Royal Rumble be without some surprises? But I tried to really prioritize getting like characters who have been winning in there. But the order in which that they're going to come out is totally random. So it's anybody's game. Who will be the first to challenge? I'm thinking who will be the first to challenge Nacho Libre as the champion.
Whoa.
Because I think he's going to
Okay.
win for sure.
These are connected.
It would be deeply upsetting, I think, if
Yeah,
Nacho's
that makes
first
sense.
loss was to John
Thanks.
fucking Cena, who's been losing
Gotta do
all the
both
time.
sides, though.
Huh? I love that I can talk about Watt Real Wrestling now at length as if it's an actual wrestling show. Am I jumping over there? What are we doing? Oh! Oh, I thought I was falling to my death. Oh, that was upsetting. Okay, there we go.
Nice. This might work.
Oops, whoops, whoops.
Here we go. Made it. Ah! Woke up more wind.
Oh.
Yappa!
No, I'm surprised I haven't seen these manage to come together and form a white yet. And I would like to keep it that way.
Yappa!
Okay. Sometimes regular arrows work on them, and sometimes runic arrows work on them. Okay,
Hey,
wait.
you get to fly. I'm doing what I can.
Maybe it's that whites can... You have to use runic arrows on whites. Or no, you have to use regular arrows on whites, and you have to use runic arrows on wisps. I think maybe that's what it is.
Huh. I don't see any more shortcuts. Just gotta climb a little further. Maybe a lot further. But I've come this far.
All right. Keep going.
Hey,
And
Hugin. How about I tell you a story?
never mind.
Once
talking.
there was a giant named Loki who thought it'd be a good idea to accept Odin's invitation to Asgard. So, Odin tested Loki, expecting him to climb by himself all the way up Hrimthur's wall. So, what did Loki... So what did Loki do? He kept climbing. He just kept climbing. His arms hurt. His fingers went numb. It got hard to breathe. Loki kept climbing. One foothold at a time. All the way to the top. Nowhere to go but up. Okay, okay. Keep going. Come on. Can't stop now.
Into the hidey hole.
Come on.
Yes, father. I shall become a bat.
Okay. I can do this. I can do this. Almost there.
Oh,
Hello.
what fucking twat is this?
Hi.
So, what part of the enormous wall made you think, oh, visitors must be welcome?
I was sent for, actually. By Odin?
The Allfather sent for you. Huh. Great. Then why are you out there? And not in here?
Why don't we ask them together? Ah!
Are you finished? Now, what could Odin, Allfather, King of the Aesir, possibly want with the likes of you?
Who is this shithead?
That's between me and Odin.
Nice braids, you douche. Pull me up.
Think you could pull me up, or...
No, I don't think I will. I think maybe I'll drop you.
No. No.
Yes, I'm going to drop you. Goodbye.
Wait. Think how mad the Allfather's gonna be when he finds out you killed his guest. Loki of the Jotnar?
The Jotnar. Enemy of my people.
I am not your enemy.
I will be the judge of that. This way, Loki of the Jotnar.
Wait, is that Gjallarhorn?
Heimdall. Oh, okay.
Obviously.
Well, he's no
Feel free to drink in the splendor of Asgard. This is a rare sight for outsiders.
Idris Elba, that's for sure.
Especially giants. Yes. Why not steal anything that is not nailed down? That is sure to impress your hosts.
Actually looks quite quaint.
Now join me on the platform, won't you? The Allfather doesn't like to be kept waiting.
I expected something a bit more regal and lavish and over the top.
Just ask your questions already.
How'd you know I had questions?
This
It is my
Heimdall
job.
sucks.
Next question.
What is your job?
I protect the realm I love from trouble.
And you think I'm trouble? You just met me.
And I can already see you are eager to prove yourself. Way too eager. Probably due to an overshadowing father figure you can never live up to.
Good guess.
I would also guess that you are disrespectful, entitled, and impulsive.
You don't know me at all. I help people.
Oh, you are here to help people. No. You are here to help yourself. To manipulate and lie to whoever you have to get what you want. I know you're young. Your voice probably dropped while you were climbing the wall, but what a twisted little soul you have. You are chaos in a spiffy archer suit. I watch your mouth move and I see cities burning. Nothing good is going to come from you being in Asgard.
That's probably all accurate, but are you aware of the
That's it.
gigantic bird up
If
there
you
on
are
somebody's
here to
roof?
aid the Allfather and have no treacherous intent, I guess that makes us allies.
Oh, what is that thing? Heimdall, the bearer of Gjallarhorn. Mimir said he was dangerous, a true believer of Odin. He didn't mention what a complete fucking twat he is, or that he seems to be able to read people somehow. The less time I spend around this guy, the better.
Ghoultoper. Who loves me the most? Who loves me the most?
Wow, that's almost as impressive as Baldur taming a dragon.
Baldur had the luxury of not caring how badly he got burned. I outthink them. Dominate them fair and square.
This is pretty cool. I'm not going to take that away from you. Pretty cool that you're friends with that thing. I wish I was friends. Oh, do I get to get on? No way. No way you're going to let me on? Oh, hell yeah.
Whoa. Are these all Aesir gods?
What? You think all Aesir are gods?
But Skilder told me that
Oh,
only...
well, if Skilder told you, clearly whoever that is must be the authority on Aesir gods, not the Aesir god you are currently talking to. You literally know nothing of our culture, do you?
I know lots of things. I know a giant built that wall.
A giant built the wall that keeps out the giants.
Hrimthur. I know the whole story.
Really? I truly cannot wait for you to regale me with the revisionist tales of Asgard's architectural history.
Is that Odin's palace?
Palace?
Big Bird.
Do you think the All-Father needs to puff himself up like some mortal chieftain?
I guess not.
That is the Great Lodge, which the All-Father built with his own hands. I'm sorry if that is a letdown for you. Real power, you see, does not need to flaunt. It emerges when the time is right. Don't you agree? Ha! Hey! Whoa! Hey, helmets! I brought you a practice gun. I thought we were going to...
now you're going to make me kill your friends.
You see,
cool.
The thing is, you do treacherous. So I am not letting you anywhere near the All-Father. You were on top. That's right. Show me all of your stupid little tricks.
He is right, I do have treacherous intent, obviously. Can't really fault him for that.
Oh, very nice. With moves like that, wonder that people not lost every war they ever fought. Come on! Let's see what you got. Well, that was boring. Guess who's
Your
next?
turn.
You sure you want to keep our father waiting? Funny thing, I am sure about that. Yes, I'm feeling very sure to the fact. Ha! That is
Oh, that didn't work?
Special move. Hilarious. Cowboy. Oh no, arrow. How fearsome.
I guess nothing's going to work.
You're not gonna stop me from seeing Odin!
You'll be seeing him from your grave.
What? That doesn't even make sense!
Sure, completely ineffective, so keep doing it. Uh-oh, even that didn't work? I am really screwed now. Is that it? Is this all you have to show me, Jotun?
I was gonna...
Nimble move. Glad to see you are awake.
What's the trick here? Is there a trick here? No, we're just waiting this out.
I do have to say, Loki,
Man, I hope I get to kick this dude's ass as Kratos later.
You should probably stay down. Great.
Big chonker.
Knock it off.
Big chunker.
Like it or not, he's Allfather's guest.
I thought I smelled something.
Take one more step, you're not gonna like how this ends.
Really? And how do you intend to stop me?
Look into my eyes. You tell me.
You are a sick man.
Loki, you made it. I am so honored. I see you've met Heimdall. He reads minds for me.
The boy is false, Allfather.
This young man, who is my guest, is covered in mud. Care to explain?
He means to betray you.
Is that true, Loki? You a little trickster? I'm just messing around. Of course he means to betray me, huh? Heimdall? Why else would he come? I've given him no reason to trust me. Not yet. But he's got some very big questions. And I have so many answers to give. What are you up to? Dismissed. Go.
Could somebody get my man a Band-Aid? He's just walking around like
clean
this?
yourself up. Oh, my... Heimdall, will you just relax? Were you intending on killing me first thing? See? What, that's not good enough for you? Get out of here.
Odin's got, like, goofy energy.
He's a lot, I know. Very perceptive, but sometimes he just forgets to think, you know? Hey, I got some places to be. So how'd your father take the news that you decided to accept my invitation?
Yeah, about that.
Don't think we should talk about my father.
Not well, huh? Can't blame him. Between my ex-wife and my disgruntled former employee, he's not exactly getting an unbiased view.
Is that just a
You're curious.
Valkyrie training camp down there?
That's important. Priest, Meest, carry on. Pretend I'm not here. If I'm being honest with you, Loki, my offer still stands after you went and sprung Tyr. But I suppose spending time with him is punishment enough, isn't it? At least Mimir never lost his sense of humor. But look, that's all behind us now. I like to keep looking forward. Hey, hey, hey! I want them trained, not decapitated. Just keep it below the neck, all right? Is that really what you do when I'm not here?
Allfather,
Queen Gná.
the Einherjar are ready for your blessings.
That's why I'm here, isn't it?
Guess there's a new Valkyrie queen.
Great soldiers, these Einherjar. But they tend to come out of Valhalla a little foggy. I do what I can for them, help them remember who they were in life. That's important, don't you think? A sense of identity gives things meanings. Moon Thinafen, Hrothgar. Moon Thinafen, Worm. Moon Thinafen, Yana. Okay, next up. Ah, the books. Good. Those are for him. I understand you're an avid reader. These are just a few things from my personal collection.
Thanks.
Jurgen, those better not be mushrooms I smell.
Listen, I appreciate your offer, but I'm really not sure what you're expecting from me.
Right now, you're just visiting, Loki. One step at a time. Steady there, Carl.
But with all respect, you need to know, I came to study, not to serve.
Another servant is the last thing I need. I need someone with drive, with curiosity, someone who'll take initiative. That looks good. Is that braised?
But why me? Is it because I'm half giant?
Big deal. So's Thor. Erlen, try to stay awake for me.
Okay, but...
Look, don't overthink it. I have a project I think you'll be interested in.
God, he's gonna fall for this hook, line, and sinker.
For both of us.
What about my family? My friends? I need to know nobody's gonna get hurt.
Why would I hurt anybody? A truce is all I've been asking for from the start, if you recall. Look, you're here now. Stop worrying. It's all gonna be fine. Almost to your room.
My room?
Yep, just over here. Feel free to come and go. Take what you need, poke around as you please. You're not my prisoner. And more importantly, I'm not your father.
Allfather, there's a situation that needs your attention.
Sif, you missed welcoming our new house guest. Say hello to Loki.
This is him. Here. In our home. How nice.
My diplomat. Everything all right in New Midgard?
The refugees are fine. The situation is with the dwarves. You know who is back.
Yeah, it's always something. Put those books down. We got another stop to make.
Sure.
Sif. Meeting Sif was really uncomfortable. She was so icy towards me, I started to worry she knew what I did to Modi. But I know nobody saw that. It's bad enough that she blames father, and now I'm in her home. If I know what's good for me, and I think I do, I'll just stay out of her way.
All right, I'm here. Where is he?
Just over there, Allfather. Sir.
Oh, we've been here before, right? Oh, it's Danny DeVito.
Chief, it's been too long. What's the issue
The
now?
pet octopus.
No issue at all if you're trying to build volatile death traps.
I approve these designs personally, and not all that recently, I might add. Did you just wake up with the urge to be a pain in my ass?
Yeah. Who's the cut? You training pickpockets?
You know what, Derlin? You reek of cheap mead, and that is by far your most endearing characteristic. Now listen up. It's me, your entire economy, speaking. I want you to know that I have confidence in you. Confidence you can deliver me these machines as promised, on time, on budget, and, of course, safely. The dwarves have never let me down, and they're not about to start now. Right? Good.
I wonder if he actually didn't recognize me or if he was just doing a bit.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you catch your breath. When you're ready to get to work and start getting those answers, meet me in my study down the hall. Oh, and help yourself to a change of clothes.
It's happening, isn't it? This kid's totally gonna fall for this shit. He's gonna actually be charmed by it. Obviously, he didn't trick Odin for a second coming here. After all the terrible things I've heard about Odin, I never expected him to be so respectful of me. Back at the cabin when he invited me to Asgard, and since arriving here, he seems genuinely interested to know who I am and what I think. I know I can't trust him too far, but it's nice to be listened to. I feel safer around him than I thought I would. Let's see what answers he has for me. Done. Dislike. Bad. I'm not falling for it. Aesir uniform. Yeah, I mean, I guess we may as well put it
Guess
on.
I could try this on. Has less mud on it anyway. Nice. Whoa, I can use this. Nicely equipped. What needs work?
Aesir bow, eh? Bow abilities and runic summons have reduced cooldowns. Regular arrows fired in a burst. Yeah, I guess I like the sound of that. Sigil arrows deal increased status. Oh, we can get better resurrection stones now. That's nice. Ooh, look at the drippy drip on him, though. He does look nice. Okay, let's slot this in instead of... interesting. I actually like these. But let's put this in over... this. Oops.
Nicely equipped. What needs work?
Alright, let's go talk to Grandpa Dipshit.
Whoa!
Loki, right? Gotta say, the irony of this isn't lost on me. This was his room, you know?
His?
My brother's.
Your brother?
Modi?
Ah, your brother. Really? I had no idea.
Uh-huh. And now it's yours. Enjoy. Daughter. Relax. You got some pretty small
Thor's
shoes
doctor.
to fill. We're better off without him, Loki.
Oh,
Trust me.
everybody's just so welcoming.
Walk with me.
Don't forget your sword.
Got some of that Mjolnir magic on today.
Someone will clean that up.
So, what kind of sword is that?
It's new. One of a kind. My father gave it to me for Valkyrie training.
You're in Valkyrie training?
Got time to talk about it? I was just heading to the Great Hall. But if you need to go to work, Grandfather's study is just down those stairs.
Tell me all
So how
about
do you
it.
become a Valkyrie?
First, I train till I'm the best I can be. Then I wait till Grandfather notices. And then I hope he and my dad can convince Mom it's okay.
You know, my father and I, we encountered a whole bunch of Valkyries.
Wait, what? Where? Promise to tell me everything.
I promise.
Mother, did you meet Loki?
Oh, now he's got you involved with this?
Involved with what? I'm being friendly. Isn't that diplomacy?
You understand who this is, right? What his father did? Why does he want him here?
Mom! Come on, you're embarrassing me.
We'll talk about this later.
Discussing this in her earshot. Absolute idiot. I must have done something wrong. I'll get her again. Do not.
This girl looks like a Thundercat.
Sorry about her. Mom's, right?
Chitara.
So, did you want to look around
Looks
some
like
more, or
Chitara.
do you really need to get to work?
Yeah, keep telling me about it. I'm gathering intel for the mission.
Please do not involve me in your pathetic attempts to impress her.
Oh, this loser.
Come on. You haven't had enough Heimdall in your day? Let's go. Listen, whatever grandfather is having you do, remember, this is your chance to prove yourself. That's all that some of us want.
Oh, yeah. I'll try to do some good.
Okay, bye.
Catch you later.
Yes, I understand. Yes. Do you see me nodding and saying, yes, I understand? Uh-huh. Yes?
He's got like weird Richard Jenkins energy.
Mm-hmm. You see, this is you not letting me talk. No, Hugin, I don't need my ears cleaned. I need you to stop croaking and accept the answer you know I'm about to give.
I was just looking at this.
That old thing.
There's a soul in that
I've
sword.
had that since... Huh. Who can remember?
You have a name?
Ingrid.
Really?
Sure, why not? Take it, if you like it that much.
For real?
Consider it a perk of the job.
Thank you. I mean, really.
And they say I'm the bad guy. Come on, let's walk.
See, that's the whole point of what he's doing here. Although pretty cool that Atreus has a sword now. Not gonna lie. But this is the entire purpose of him bringing you here. Dum-dum. I found a magic sword in Odin's study. He says her name is Ingrid, and I can carry her while I'm here. She seems really happy to be getting out and seeing some action. Do swords get bored? I wonder where she came from. I don't know, she was probably killed by Odin or one of his dumb fucking kids.
Drives me or power,
And is now
wealth?
stuck in a sword.
Nah, never have. You know what drives me? What I really want? I want answers. Same as you. See, mortals have it easy. When they push up against life's big questions, they can look to us. They give them meaning, divine comfort. We both know that's a sham. But when we have questions, why are we here? To give meaning to mortals while living without it ourselves? No. We're more than that. And I found something that proves it.
What is it?
It's what drives me. You feel it, don't you?
Feels like knowledge. Truth.
All truth. All the answers. We could find out why we're here, learn how to change our fates, stop Ragnarok for good, maybe. Save the people we love.
How?
I was a young god when I found it. Spent lifetimes studying it, following every clue down every dead end, looking for and finally unearthing this. You see that? It shares the same mystical energy.
It opened a crack. Can we just look inside?
I wouldn't recommend that.
What's the broken mask for?
Recognize any writing on it?
These aren't from the 9 realms. Smolder. Obsidione Spitha. From smoldered earth and obsidian spark. And a field of battles never fought.
Are you certain? Because if that's a clue, I know what it means.
And what's that?
Keep working with me and find out. You don't have to kill anyone. You don't have to betray your father or yourself. Come on, I know you felt what I felt. The answers are in there. Let's get them. I mean, you translated this language like it was nothing.
If I do help you, what's next?
Thor! Get down here!
All Father.
Don't do that! What's next is chasing this down. Take this. And this stealthy side of beef. And see where it takes you.
We gotta team up with
Don't
Thor?
promise anything.
Nonsense.
Man, I did not see this coming.
And you. Go easy on him, you hear me?
Muspelheim? The rest of the mask is here?
It's where All Father dropped us. What do you think? Just take that and do your damn job.
So, where are we going?
How the fuck am I supposed to know? All Father thinks that you know what you're doing. So do it.
Well, there's a giant lava crab here, okay, so... I just think that's pretty neat. The mask is attuned to Atreus' goal and will radiate light when he is following the correct path. Oh, I thought he was going to somehow put it on like the Phantom of the Opera.
Weird. Well, it seems like we go through this rock.
Thor?
I was gonna get that.
With those arms? Let's see what Loki and that shiny toothpick can do.
Oh, the sword's gonna fight on its own, okay. I thought we were going to use the sword, but it seems to be perfectly self-sufficient.
You could maybe help.
Huh? Oh.
Where are we supposed to head now?
I'll check. Up there. It looks like there might be a ledge we could reach. If we...
Too slow.
Hey! You can't just grab people like that.
No, what else are they gonna do? Throw you? The day's young.
Are you actually helping now? Nice of you.
Kid! hitting us with fire. Use your bow already.
Hitting you, maybe.
You know, I took my blood payment from your father for what happened to my sons. But I haven't taken it from you yet.
What do you mean?
Yeah, keep your
Later.
pants on.
Don't want to keep the All-Father waiting.
Right. We need to head through those rocks. Hey, can you... Yeah, that.
Just imagine what it can do to bone.
You want to talk about blood payment? What about the giants you killed? They were my family. Thamor, Ronan, they were your people too.
The giants were blight on the 9 realms, and I reveled in every single one of their deaths.
Let's just change the subject. You know, last time Father and I were here, we beat every one of Surtur's trials. Think you could...
Don't play me.
Is this something we can do? No, I don't think so. What's up with that over there also? Guess I shouldn't concern myself with that until we see a chest. Because I definitely can come back to Muspelheim with Kratos. That's on the world tree. Hello? Oh, okay, I guess I can just jump up there. No problem. Do something about it, Thor. We gotta go that way. Hello? Hello? Cool. Thanks so much for your help. Is that a lava squirrel? We don't want to talk about that? The lava squirrel?
Listen,
oh, fuck off.
Modi had some problems, but he was my son. And the only reason you aren't mush right now is because of that broken piece of wood.
Look! Clearly neither of us can do this mission alone. And I want to impress the Allfather just as much as you do. You don't have to like me, but we're gonna have to trust each other. Just a little bit.
Trust. Take care of this one, Loki.
Whoa!
Not aggressive enough in my opinion.
You're more than welcome to step it up.
This is me trusting you. Okay, so where's the mask saying to go?
I'm sorry, but throwing that dude off the cliff was pretty sweet. Okay, hold your horses. All right, Thor. We gotta get the loot.
This can't be the way.
Hey, kid, where's the mask?
Hey, kid. Stop all the
Somehow,
downloading.
I don't think the mask was telling us to go.
Yeah, I know. I know. Okay. Lava squirrel. Lava squirrel's the key to all this.
The mask is, pulling this way. We'll have to find some way down.
Sure thing.
I wasn't playing you, by the way. The trials are fun. Don't you ever have fun? You're so different from your daughter. She seemed...
Hey, come look at this.
Don't talk about my daughter in this context.
Thor, what the... Wait, Surtur's shrine.
You didn't die over there, did you?
No, but I was thinking...
Well, that's your problem.
The trials are just past that cliff. Might be something you would do if you didn't.
First, we deal with them.
Oh, come on!
Trials
Thor.
were very fun.
Just
I did
check
not
them out.
stream that part of the last game, but they were really fun.
That's right. Just try it.
You getting tired?
Not in the slightest.
An ogre!
An ogre?
Not in the slightest.
Where? Oh, there.
I'll take this one, kid.
Gladly.
Another ogre? Okay. Maybe a little worse. Can I get some help here?
Since we're short on time, I'll humor you.
Come on. Oh, I was hoping we could ride it like Kratos.
The Allfather's waited hundreds of winters. He can wait a little more. It's fun.
Fine. Stay right here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we can get falcons instead. Oh. Yeah, I guess we'll try this out instead.
That should keep him busy for a while. Hopefully.
Come on, give me a challenge.
Now to get to that shrine.
I never did beat the Valkyrie at the end of Muspelheim, though. Regrettably. I think if this game wasn't already out by the time I finished it,
Thor's still busy. I should get to that shrine.
I probably would have, but, oh, here it is. Couldn't help myself, so I never finished that up. What's going
Hey,
on?
Angry.
First time chatter?
Do you
We
trust
got
Acer?
Brecci?
I mean, I know I can't trust
TTV?
them. I just need them to trust me. But that's only gonna happen
What's
if they
going
think
on?
I
Thanks for
trust
stopping in.
them. Yeah.
Doing some impromptu God of War. Staying up late, making a little progress.
My father and I visited this place the last time we were in Muspelheim. Feels like forever ago.
Was that everything? In here? Guess so. Do we keep going up? This is the way we came from, no? Just finished your full run on it? Nice. Yeah, I started it a few weeks ago, but it's such a dense game. You gotta really put time in it to make solid progress, which is fine.
Can't you guys go fight Thor or something?
I got no problem with a long game.
Where are these things coming from?
Give me God of War, make my brain hurt. Oh, is that the hardest difficulty you played it on? Give me God of War. That's like the name of the hardest difficulty, right? I'm just playing on normal. I'm not about that life. No way. At the very least, I would never attempt to stream it at that difficulty because that would just be a frustrating experience for everybody. 45 hours for one story, and yeah, it was. Yeah, I commend you. I'm just playing on normal, and I still run into some struggles once in a while. Though no, not as bad as the last game. Mind you, okay, there's something else around here still. Oh wait, I gotta destroy the thing in here. Excuse me, pardon me. Yeah, I would say I had more regular difficulty in the last game, but that was my first God of War, so I think I was probably on more of a learning curve with that one, whereas this, I've had the benefit of playing God of War going into it, but I still have had some battles and encounters I've struggled with. Yeah, I definitely could not handle the hardest difficulty, so props to you. Anger Boda.
You know, for someone who is trained as a warrior, you are tragically easy to startle.
I didn't.
How is she here?
What are you doing here?
A girl can't visit a shrine of her own volition?
You're here for Sorter's marble.
Maybe.
You're out looking for more giant marbles? You know what this looks like, right?
Like the life story of one of our people? And also maybe a storage closet.
No. This looks an awful lot like Defying Destiny.
The question is, what are you doing here?
Rewriting my story.
Odin gave that to you?
It's not. Well, he did, but it's not. I'm not working with him. I would never tell him anything about Ironwood if that's what you're worried about. And I'm definitely not serving him.
It's prophecy's words, not mine. I've got a marble to find. You're welcome to help if you want.
Fine. How Are you sure you're up for breaking the rules like this? There aren't any prophecies of you collecting any marbles.
Our endings haven't been written, right? Come on. Shane.
This kid doesn't know who he's working for
hello there.
anymore.
A sentient sword.
Atreus is really frustrating me tonight.
Marble. Surters. No soul in it, though.
So he's still out there somewhere. A while back, you
Took
talked
you
about
2
how the
hours
giants
on the
left.
lizard boss that was holding
You ever
Freya's
think about
thing.
them?
Oh, the
They're far from here.
the one
Far from
guarding the
Odin
roots,
And Thor. But I wonder
so
what
that she
lands
could
they've gone to. What seas
so that she would no longer be bound to Midgard.
Why?
I fought that earlier
wanna
today.
find them.
2 hours.
I
Oh
wanna
my
save
god.
father, and then
That
I'll
must have been
find
so tough.
it's starting.
Yeah, I just played that earlier
Who
this
is that?
afternoon.
Not Surtur, that's for sure. Look at all that frost.
I did die once on it,
Mara.
Don't think I've heard of her before.
but it went
And here
pretty
comes Surtur.
smoothly
Wow, this must have been some
on normal.
fight.
Yeah, until it wasn't.
They just stalked?
Oh, no. Look, it's because they fought together.
Looks like they even became friends.
More than
Good
friends.
Are they?
Yeah. I think
Nice.
they are.
Oh, well, that's good for them.
But it looks like their love caused them to combine into some kind of huge creature.
Ragnarok.
And then,
Ragnarok destroys Asgard.
right, I saw that in Groa's shrine.
Well, that was something. Oh, hey, remember the snake we put that soul in?
Can't really forget that.
I saw it. It's getting bigger. Like, faster than normal bigger.
Yeah, I had a feeling that would happen.
Huh. I'm gonna hang back here. Don't want your, friend to see a giant he missed.
Of course. Just be careful. Please.
You too, Loki.
If you got hit one time by its waves, you would die. It was so annoying. Oh god, yeah. I got enough stress in my life. I don't need to get it from this game, too. Yeah, I wouldn't have the patience. Or the ability, really, to play
Think
this
Thor
game
died
at that
from-
level.
You thought you could defeat the god of thunder?
Oh.
Yeah, it takes me long enough to play this game on
Yeah.
normal.
I should get back to Thor.
But that's awesome that you completed it at that difficulty. Do you play a lot of action games? Because I actually don't really. I play a variety of stuff, but mostly horror games. Not so much lately. But these games have been kind of my induction into action games, and it's definitely been a learning process.
There were mountains of corpses by the time I finished, cut down like weeds. The lava ran red with their blood. Through.
Great! You wanna help down here?
Wouldn't think you'd need my help if you beat all those trials. Or did you just watch your father?
Yeah, I do believe at least one of those trials in the last game was like, don't let anybody hurt Atreus, so that's not entirely inaccurate. Whoa, what the fuck happened there?
You wouldn't believe believe the scores of these things I just killed. It was glorious.
Such a fucking prick.
I think you're right. Thrud wouldn't love it. She'd be faring better than you, at least.
Whoa. Okay, I think I need to take this one a little bit more seriously, huh? Come on! There he goes. Oh, he's literally just sitting up there watching. That's incredible. There he is, Big Chungus.
You could have done that at any time.
The god of fungus.
You seem to be handling yourself well enough. I was trusting you. So, where to?
Let me check. Looks like we need to head through that gate. Thor?
Play a lot of single-player games. Last of Us.
Real
Days Gone. God of War.
You are a god.
Death Stranding.
Right.
Right on.
So am I.
That's me too. I definitely prefer like story-driven single-player games. That's the majority of what I stream, with a few exceptions here and there. I almost hate to say it, but I did start getting into Fortnite. I was very resistant to it for a long time, but I had a couple friends who play it, and they got me to give it a shot. And you know what? If you've got some people to play it with, it is pretty fun. It's a lot of fucking around. But
this is the spot.
as somebody who doesn't really play a lot of multiplayer and PvP stuff, it was pretty fun.
I don't know.
But this has been taking, I'd say, the majority of my stream time. Once I finish it, I'll probably do Callisto Protocol.
Ah, damn it!
Some advice. Sticking your hand in lava is never gonna feel good.
Wasn't thinking.
Good. It's better that way. All right, let's get out of here. Oh. Loki, don't try to play me again. You're an okay kid. You're still a giant, and I'll revel in killing you too.
Your buddies tried getting you into Elden Ring, and it's so bad, you don't know how I got Game of the Year. Really? You'd be the first I've heard to
One of these phrases
dislike it.
now. We can read it all.
But you can't translate.
Not yet.
See, I got a little theory. I think if we can find the rest of this, we can use it to look into that without, you know, losing an eye or worse. Look at this. We make a good team. Don't we? Don't we? Make a good damn team.
Not your type of game. Yeah, that's
Just
fair.
like you and Baldur.
You both behave out there?
Thor was really great. I learned a lot from him.
You learned something from him? Really now? Okay. What did you teach the kid?
Nothing. What could I possibly teach him?
Exactly. Ah, I was wondering where that went. Actually, I had a pretty good idea. Change of heart.
I'm not really sure why I came to Asgard. But I realize now it wasn't to be a spy. I need you to know you can trust me. And if I'm gonna help you take this to the end, I need to be able to trust you.
And trust is earned. I get it. Take this, figure out the rest of it. If you're staying, that is.
You're gonna tell me what you're really looking for in there.
Translate that, and I'll tell you everything. And on that, young man, you can trust me.
Yeah, not your type of game. That's fair. I'm not sure that From games are my thing either. Kind of for the same reason I said earlier. I've got enough stress in my life. I don't know how much I'd enjoy playing those games, which seem very, very difficult and intense. They're just honestly a little intimidating to me. I'd certainly try them out. Maybe like not on stream, you know. But yeah, I know a lot of people who really, really love them, but I'm not sure if they'd be my thing either. And Callisto Protocol is good, just a short game, took about 12 hours. That's kind of what I'm looking for once I finish this. Like, this is so dense, and there's so much to do in it. Something that's a little more streamlined and on the rails feels just what the doctor will have ordered.
Seems like you're mad at him or something.
And it gets me back to doing some horror stuff, which I
nosy.
dearly miss.
Getting personal. No, I get it, but it's nothing like that. It's, well, to be honest, it's the only language he understands, and I'm serious. Go ahead and try being nice to him. See where that gets you.
What are you going to play now that you've finished this?
So, about the sword.
All right.
Is Ingrid the name of the soul inside it? I wonder why I can't hear her.
Soul? Who said anything about... Look, son, some free advice. You don't want to let anyone catch you talking to your sword, all right? It's a bad look.
All the side bosses and quests getting the going platinum. Right on. So you finished the story, but you've only just begun in a sense.
Skull and Hati. Kinda want one of these.
Okay, bye. I wonder if it's about to kick it back to Kratos. I don't feel like Atreus is going back to Sindri's. So I wonder if the perspective's just going to shift back to Kratos at some point. Runic capacity. Okay, it opened up a runic capacity. Is that what happened?
How much time does he spend reading? Kinda jealous.
Oh, nice. A dragon skull.
Dragon skull in the library. No big deal.
You would answer, but you don't want to spoil it. No, yeah. Yes, please. No spoilers. Thank you for understanding that intrinsically. No, I do not want any spoilers. I was saying that earlier, that almost miraculously, I've not had anything about the story spoiled for me, even though the game's been out for a few months. So yes, I would very much thank you to help me keep that streak going. So that I can experience the story as it happens. I only am pondering it because I told myself I would finish up this Atreus section tonight, and that'd be when I ended the stream. But I don't know how long this section's gonna go. But it does not feel like the kid's going back to Sindri's house anytime soon. I can say that for sure. I've got about 1 hour.
Are you trying to make friends now?
Oh, fuck off.
Well, I just aided the...
I've got about 1 hour left of this sequence. I don't mind you saying that, actually. That's information I appreciate. because then I can make an informed judgment call here. I don't know. Do I keep going for an hour?
Hey, you're back. How was it? Did Father behave himself?
Yeah, I mean, better than I would have expected, I guess.
Is that the sword from Grandfather's study?
Oh yeah, her name's Ingrid.
Hi, Ingrid. Wow, Allfather must really trust you. Well, glad you survived your first day.
Hey, me too.
Tomorrow, we talk about Valkyries.
Definitely.
Maybe I'll keep going. Might be a few days before I get back to streaming this, so maybe I should just keep going. It's worth it. Get off right now or go with her to the thing. I can't say. And then get off after you find out what happens. Alright, I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to go with her to the thing.
Nicely equipped. What needs work?
I don't have to be up in the morning. I can stay up late. If I don't keep going, what am I going to do? Sleep? Yeah, we'll do the thing. Oh, my battery's low. And my controller. Better plug it in. PS4, yes, PS4. Oh, wait, we're Kratos.
Good morning, brother. No news, I'm afraid.
I have a plan.
Do you now?
The Norns. You found them once. Could you do so again?
I could try, but I don't see how that would
They
help.
are the fates of these lands, are they not? I would know what they know.
You may not find them cooperative.
As long as I find them. Where do we search?
Midgard. But if Atreus is in Asgard, there's no getting him back without an army. We should be raising one.
Yes, nothing like a catastrophic war to improve the situation. The boy seems quite capable. Perhaps if you simply give him some time.
You are not free of blame here. You encouraged his foolishness. His confusion. I do not seek war. But if Odin has stolen my son, do not doubt the lengths I will go to.
Your nature has always been clear, Kratos. But you, Freya. War as a first resort. That's not the Freya I knew. I hope the Norns can give you the counsel you need. Perhaps mine is no longer of use here.
Tyr, stop. This is no time to divide ourselves further. Come, sit, please.
You have been quiet.
Frankly, I'm surprised you, of all people, would seek out fate. But your instincts haven't let us down so far. Let's find the norms.
Who am I to offer him counsel? I only hoped to help the boy find his answers. And I failed. What's my role in all this now?
Tyr, you're at the center of this. You always have been. That's why Odin imprisoned you in the first place. He's terrified of you.
I doubt that very much.
It's the truth. And not just because of prophecies. No one has ever united the realms as you once did.
That is not who I am anymore.
I know you feel that way now. I've lost myself before. More than once, but believe me, there is something beyond that.
And what is that?
Purpose. Purpose is the path that leads you to yourself.
So you would have me accept my fate? Lead your armies into war, secure your vengeance.
If securing our justice is not your purpose, then find another. For your own sake.
Got the story mixed up. No problem. Well, you know what? This actually did end up kind of being the stopping point I was looking for, so I think I'll take advantage of it. You have to do a big quest and then back to Atreus, I think. Okay, yeah, I think I will call it here. That's why I was saying once we're done with Atreus, I think I'll call it a night. That'll feel like a pretty good stopping point. And I think this is it. So I'll actually call it here. But hey, thanks for hanging out. Brecci, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I apologize if I'm not. Thanks for coming by, hanging out with me. Congrats on finishing your first playthrough of Ragnarok. I'm very excited to continue my own. I will be streaming more next week. Not sure when exactly. Maybe tomorrow night. If not, definitely by Tuesday night. I'm going to be doing another big wrestling stream. We have a lot of fun doing our wrestling streams on here. Should have a lot of friends in the chat for that. And then we'll probably continue some Ragnarok, maybe some Dreams. I'm due to do some Dreams, I'm thinking. But yeah, I'll have plenty more to stream next week. So thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. And I'll see you next time. Take it easy.